Today I just wanted to tell you guys about a dream that I had. I think a month ago. I'm not really sure, but it was a long time ago. Basically, I don't know why it took me so long for me to make this video, but it's best that I do it. This video is just a testimony, and I just wanted to. I don't know, but I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube who talk about the experiences that they've been through or what God has done for them, and they are so brave enough to share those stories. So I felt like I should probably, be brave enough to also share my story, and anybody out there who's probably doubting their faith, maybe by this video, they might get inspired also. So in this video, I'll try to remember like exactly what happened, but I mean not video, in this dream, right? There was three of my friends involved in this video. I'm not gonna mention their name, of course, but this first scene that happened, right? And where I go to church, there's like a club that's not close to the church, but it's not further away either. So it's like it's close to the church, right? So me and one of my friends, we were standing in front of the club, and then this car pulls up, and it stops right in front of us, right? And in the car, it are like gays and transgenders in the car, and I think they thought that like me and my friend were prostitutes of their kind, you know. So they stopped in front of our car, and then I told them that, oh, like we not, who we think we are, like we're not prostitutes or anything. So then they attempt to get out of their car, and then I just started running. Like that's all I remember. I just started getting away from them. So like that was the first thing. Like I don't know about my friend. I don't know if she was running after me, but like she didn't really reappear either. But like the point was that they were trying to get to us. I don't know if they were getting to the club, but I didn't think like they were approaching us. So I just started running, and that's all I remember. So like the next scene in the video, right? Um, when I was in Ghana, I went to boarding school, and in boarding school we have like the dorms, right? And in the dorms they have like one adult who basically takes care of everything and everyone. So one of my so let's just say like I'm gonna call him like my dorm master, and he happens to be a guy, right? So one night I was in the kitchen and he was in the kitchen as well, and he was making something to do with eggs and bread, but his was like vegetables kind of eggish kind of thing that he was making, and I was also making something that has to do with bread and eggs, right? um so he's done with his and he's going off to bed, and then he tells me good night, and then I tell him good night. But on his way to bed he tells me like he cut half of his food for me, and I told him, oh, thank you. So he goes off to bed, and then right as I'm done with my cooking, I took the left, I mean the cut that he cut for me. Like I put his cut on my plate that he left for me. Like I put on my plate, and as I'm going off to bed, right? And like in boarding school, we have like the twin beds. So I was on top. I was sleeping on top of the twin beds. So as I'm climbing to the twin bed with my food, I put my food on the bed, and then the door, the door of our dormitory, right? I see that it's slightly open. So I go to open the door. I mean, I go to close the door, and then as I'm pushing the door to close, something just like blocks me from closing the door, right? And then whatever the thing was in a dress. So I'm thinking like it's one of our, our students or like my classmates or whatever. But I didn't see the face. But all I saw was it was in a dress, a school uniform. And then it tells me that why am I trying to close the door on him? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that he was coming in. And then this thing like hugs me, you know, and then like on my neck, on my neck right here, like his tongue, this long thing, just licks the side of my neck, right? And then I push him away as hard as I can. Like I push him away from me, cause, I mean, ew. So then that scene ends, right? The next scene was I'm with two of my friends, and then I don't know what we were doing, but we were in some kind of room. And then all I remember was I started fighting. I'm not the fighting type. Like the last time I fought was probably in 6th grade. Like I'm not the fighting type, right? So then I start fighting this thing that I could not see. And then while I'm fighting the person, right, I'm like looking down, I'm throwing my fist. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm just throwing my fist. I don't know what I'm seeing, I'm throwing my fist. And then as I'm fighting this thing, I quoted from the Bible. And what I said was, I forgot what I said, but it will come to me. Any weapon formed against me shall not prosper. I think that's the quote from the Bible that I said during my fight. Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. So when I said that, um, the next thing that happened was I fell on the ground, face flat. And then whatever thing that I was fighting was trying to attack me on the floor. And then there was somebody like right here, right? Even though I couldn't see the face, right here. Like that person put a shield over me. So it was like some kind of a protecting kind of cover up. Like I don't know if you guys watch The Incredibles, where like that cartoon The Incredibles, where the girl has this power where she does this thing, and then like a silver kind of overall comes on her, and then it protects her from like danger. That was like what was over me, you know. Um, so while I'm like while I'm in that protection, all I started doing was just smiling because like at that point I knew that I was saved. So I started smiling, and I knew like whatever thing that was I was fighting couldn't get to me. So when I got up, the next thing I remember was I got up, right? And then I asked two of my friends who were in the same room while I was fighting. Like I asked one of them, "Did you see who I was fighting?" And then one of them said no. My other friend said that yes, she saw the thing that I was fighting and had four eyes. Yes, whatever thing that I was fighting had four eyes, and that's what she saw. And I'm like, oh my god, that was so crazy. I cannot believe I just saw somebody. I just saw something with four eyes. Like that was so crazy. And then she told me like when she was younger, her mom told her, little kids can like see things that normal people might not see. So when she said that, it made me more comfortable because I thought like she knew what she was saying, for her to be able to see what I couldn't see. You know, she saw it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so crazy. But the next thing that I remember doing, like when I got up from my I guess I don't know if I might call it nightmare, but I don't call it a nightmare. But when I got up, I just remember saying thank you Jesus, and that's all I was saying until I really got up and I opened my eyes. All I was saying is thank you Jesus, thank you Jesus. But yeah, that was the dream that I had. And the moral of this, I mean, the moral of this video is that um first thing that I was proud of, I mean, when I woke up and like in the daytime, so I'm thinking about the dream and what and the meaning of it. Like one thing that I was very happy about was the fact that I remembered to call Jesus or to call God to come and save me just by quoting, you know, from the Bible. Like I feel like that was it. That was what saved me. Like God came in and fought my battle for me. I'm not strong enough to fight physically or spiritually, but then He was there to fight for me, and that was what I was proud of. That I even remembered to call on His name, and He was able to come and save me. So that was one thing that I was proud of. And then the second thing that I was proud of was when I got up saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. that woke me up. I was very proud of that moment because I'm like you know how it's like who do you call to in moments like these? But then I had somebody to rely on, and that person, God came and saved me. So I just wanted to share that. And for me, I think maybe somebody out there might relate to me because, and the reason why I say that is because like I'm not a Bible person. Like I go to church once in a while, but recently I haven't been. But I go to church once in a while, and I have, and I don't occasionally read my Bible, you know. So I used to question whether or not God knows me. I mean, of course, He knows me because He created me, but does He know me as one of His children? You know. So for Him to appear to me in my dream, even though I didn't see His face, but if it's my guardian angel, but for me to be saved in that dream, it made me realize that yes, He does know me. And when I pray, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, is He even going to answer my prayers? Now I do believe that He answers my prayers. I'm like, He's there, and He's been there for me since, through it all. So since that dream, I've been reading my Bible every night before I go to sleep. Like I have made it's like something important, and I haven't missed a night where I didn't even read a Bible before I went to sleep. And even if I missed a day where I didn't read my Bible, I sincerely apologize to God for forgiveness. Because like, we don't make time to read our Bible, and it seems like things get in the way of us reading our Bible, and that's how I felt. But now I make it a necessity to read a verse or something before I go to bed. And now I'm more appreciative of my life. And like when I go to bed, I usually pray for. The chapter that I'm reading Proverbs right now, and Proverbs talks about understanding and being righteous and asking for knowledge, and that's where I am right now. Like I want to ask God for knowledge, so whenever I read the Bible, I know what I'm reading, I understand what I'm reading, and like in my heart, I'm satisfied with whatever that I read in the Bible, and that's what I pray to God for. And Proverbs is like the chapter for it. So I'm not saying like I'm the goody goody type, like I have sinned, but the most important thing is that at least I'm now for sure that God is with me and He protects me. Like He showed me that He has protected me through a dream, and it has brought me closer to Him. And every day that I read my Bible, I pray to Him that He answers every bit of my prayers. And He does, because I'm still alive and I'm healthy to this day. And the last reason that I wanted to make this video is because, like, after the dream and everything, you know how you on YouTube and then you watch like one video, and then in the next minute it turns out you watch like 60 videos in like 1 hour. Like you sit there and click. I happened to stumble over this man, right, who was talking about a dream that he had, and I also came across this girl that talked about how God revealed a rapture to her, the rapture that's gonna come very soon. So nowadays I'm like heavily into like watching those kind of videos and testimonies, and also so like that really motivated me to make this video, because like I'm not like, I don't sit in front of my laptop and like make video. Like that's not me. I'm a very private person. So to do this, takes a lot of courage from me to even do this. But I know it's gonna serve a purpose. At least it's gonna serve a purpose, and that's why I'm doing it. You know. So my advice is, as I am taking steps to getting closer to God and getting to know Him, I pray that you guys also do the same. And although I don't go to church every Sunday, the Bible gives me the answers to my questions. You know, it's not the pastor, it's not the people in the church, it's the Bible. So if I have a question and if I need a sign, I go on my knees and I pray to God and have a special relationship with Him so He can reveal that answer to me. I think like that's the best way, because there's just so much going on with the church, and people probably choose not to be Christians anymore because of church goers and what goes on in the church. So like honestly, I don't know when the next time will be that I go to church. But the Bible has been my place where I get my answers from, and God is the only way I can talk to that's gonna give me satisfaction at least. So whatever it is that I need, I go to God personally. You know, like I don't do it through the pastor. I want to do it like strictly from Him, like through God or Jesus to me, like that kind of special bond I want. I'm not saying don't go to church, that's not what I'm saying, but for me, it's a decision that I have made, that for me to have a special relationship with Him, I would rather go on my knees every day and pray to God to answer my prayers and like give me the vision that He has blessed other people with. Like I envy people who have visions. I envy people that have dreams that God has visited them, or like, you know, like the Spirit of God has visited them. Like I envy those people because I want to have those kind of dreams. I want God to like give me something in my dreams, you know, like just give me a vision in my dreams. Like I want that. So for me to be able to achieve that, I have to get closer to Him. Like I have to be a righteous person, and able to be righteous is through the Bible, and that's been like my ultimate goal, is to step by step be strong in the faith, and then maybe hopefully I'll have another dream where the Spirit appears to me. So yeah, that's the end of my video. I hope this has inspired you to read the Bible, and if you question your faith, I mean, if you question your faith, that's fine, because I've been there. But child, you got to read the Bible. Okay. Bye. Mwah.